guess what? What?
It is I, Ribex!
Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Rib. Well, PlayerUnknown'S Battlegrounds is officially live and released on Steam as of a few days ago. And for those of you who don't know anything about the game, PlayerUnknown'S Battlegrounds is a fast-paced multiplayer FPS where you drop from an airplane with a parachute and depending on where you land, start looting buildings and other structures for weapons, armor, medkits, and attachments. The game world and map that you jump into is actually pretty huge and offers the 100 players per game a good battleground to fight in. As the game continues, the white circle that's on the map does get smaller, and if you don't stay in that circle, your health will slowly drain from electricity. Granted, when you first start the game, you do have a bit of time to loot and do your thing, but eventually you want to hit M for the map and make your way towards the white circle. Obviously, as the game progresses, that circle gets a lot smaller, and it's a pretty good way to get the final players into the area to basically fight each other. Now for me, I'm a very competitive gamer, and I've always been into PvP. PvP is everything to me. This game is basically a simplified version of DayZ with a Hunger Games twist. And for those of you who ever played H1Z1, this is like H1Z1 but without the horrible bugs and hit reg. This game actually has a really good hit reg, and what that means in layman's terms is when you fire a bullet and aim it at a player, for the most part the bullet hits the player. The netcode is doing pretty well in this game. The netcode and the hit reg in this game is pretty accurate, and for anyone that's a competitive gamer, especially in an FPS game, shooting weapons and actually having them hit is important. Now the best part of PlayerUnknown'S Battlegrounds for me is the modes. Right now there's solo mode where you and 99 other players can jump out of a plane and fight to the death. There's duo where you and a friend can do the same thing together, work as a team. And then there's 4-man, which is what we're looking at right now. Some of my boys were playing. And in my opinion, this is the most fun, the 4-man mode. But at the end of the day, each of these modes do bring different gameplay to the table. Solo is a lot more chaotic and intense. As a solo player, you are always looking around. It's a little bit more skittish and hectic, whereas the 4-man squad is a lot less chaotic, in my opinion, to start, and it's definitely more coordinated. As a 4-man group, one of the important parts is coordinating your jumps at the beginning of the match and really picking an area where to go. Obviously, you want to go where no other team is at, and obviously you want to go where there's loot. This game does have a lot of loot. The loot in this game is pretty plentiful. Worst case scenario, you'll find a handgun, and in a rare situation, you won't find any weapons. But overall, the weapons in the game are pretty good. In terms of weapons, there's short-range weapons like the shotgun. There's a couple different types of pistols. There's also long-range weapons like the sniper rifle, and then there's a slew of medium-range weapons from the AK to the M416. Technically, you can put a scope on those and kind of have those turn into long-range weapons as well. It really just depends. But again, a lot of weapon attachments as well are in this game, so you can, have a regular weapon and then find a nice attachment and then really improve that weapon as well. As for weapon attachments, there's suppressors, scopes, silencers, and more, which all help to improve accuracy and vision. Also, having a nice red dot scope or a 4X on the AK can really help a lot with range as well. And sometimes that really could make or break a game. In terms of weapons and armor and attachments in general, there's 3 levels. Level 3 being the best quality and level 1 being the lowest quality. That said, level 1 armor and gear is still better than nothing, but level 2 and level 3 armor will protect you more. Another fun thing is during the game, planes will drop loot crates from time to time from the sky, and many times that will bring a firefight. Those crates pretty much have some of the best weapons and armor in the game. If you happen to loot a loot crate, you're going to be doing pretty well. Inside the crates, you're going to be getting an assortment of different things, but they're usually going to be level 3. There's a sniper rifle, I think it's called the AWM. There's also a machine gun that's in those crates sometimes that has 100 rounds. You don't have to reload, you can just go crazy, Rambo style. Not to mention, the level 3 gear and armor really is going to help a lot. But again, every time you see a loot crate, be prepared for a firefight. Other people are going to want the same stuff as well. In terms of overall skill, there's rankings and leaderboards per region. So USA, obviously we're playing in North America, but there's a European region as well as an Asia region. So depending on what mode you play, there's leaderboards for solo, duo, and 4-man. And already it's been pretty competitive. So guys, overall, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is exceptionally fun, for me at least. And in terms of the replayability factor of this game, it's incredibly high. This is something I can play solo, I can play with friends. The matches are fairly quick. If you do die right away, you can just queue up for another match. And again, if you end up making it in the top 10, obviously the match is going to be going longer, but you do get in-game currency that, again, at the end of the day is going to be used to buy crates, which gives your character clothes and items. Right now, there's a few things I like to see improved in this game. One of them is the cosmetic items in those loot crates. The majority of the loot you get out of those crates is nothing special right now. It's pretty generic. But I'm also pretty positive that the dev team is really not focused on that at the moment. I think they're really focused on gameplay performance and squashing these bugs, especially for the fact that so many people are playing this game right now. I don't think the devs anticipated the amount of people that are playing this game. Number 1 on Steam, number 1 on Twitch, top 3 on Twitch maybe. A lot of people are playing it, a lot of people are enjoying it. For the most part, it's been a fun experience. Granted, the servers will rubber band from time to time. Sometimes you'll jump in a match and that specific server isn't doing too well. And again, there's some issues with game crashes, but if you go on the forums or go onto the Reddit or the subreddit, you should be able to fix it pretty quick. Overall, the game is, pretty good. Once you get it going and once it's working, the game is pretty smooth for the most part. Other thing I'd like to see in this game is a day and night cycle. I would love to see that. The potential for a day and night cycle could bring in a lot of interesting things like night vision attachments for weapons and just scary. Fighting at night is always a little bit scary, so that'd be great to see. Hopefully that'll happen. Not sure if that's even going to happen or not, but that would be something I'd love to see. I think it would bring another layer to the game for sure. At the end of the day, guys, if you want a very competitive, skill-based FPS in an open-world map, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is really kicking some ass and taking some names. So, long story short, I'm loving the game. Really enjoying it. I would love your feedback, though. What do you guys think of this game? Are you playing it? Is this your type of game? Let me know your thoughts below in the comments. As always, we do have more information here at MMORPGcom, as well as our sister site, GameSpace. Again, really appreciate your time, guys. My name is RipRex, and I'll see you soon.
My bad.
Make sure to level up your MMO knowledge by visiting MMORPG.com, subscribing to our YouTube channel, and by following us on social media. To catch up on the week's biggest MMO news, watch our latest MMO FTW. And to see if there's a better MMO out there for you, watch one of our latest First Impressions videos. Thanks for watching.